Hello again, everybody. It's Les East with Brian Allee-Walsh, NewOrleans.com. It's Friday out at Saints camp, and from an injury standpoint, really no surprises except for one, perhaps.
Well, there was an addition to the injury report today. Tight end Jeremy Shockey was added to the list. Apparently injured a quadriceps muscle during practice on Thursday, but he's listed as probable for Sunday's game against the Falcons. So that was really the only thing new to the list, though we did have 3 players officially listed as out. I guess the big news there would be Randall Gay, the defensive back who has not yet been cleared because of the concussion he suffered on Monday night. He's not yet been cleared medically to return to practice, so he's ineligible to play, so he's been declared out. Of course, Reggie Bush is out. And linebacker Anthony Waters, who has, I believe, a hamstring injury from Monday night. So those 3 are out, and you can get the complete injury report on NewOrleans.com. But those would be the highlights, I suppose, from the list.
Yeah, we a bunch of reporters saw Reggie in the locker room, and he the first time we've seen him since the injury in San Francisco, and he obviously walked with a slight limp, and but told us that he thought he would be back sooner than everybody thinks. Now he's expected to miss between 4 and 6 weeks, is what Sean Payton said Tuesday. So if you go by him, you know, maybe take the early prognosis, and it could be 3 to 4 weeks. I'm just guessing on that, but he did say he thought it would be early. He also said, when I asked him, I said, was it a slight break? Was it a clean break? He just held up his thumb and index finger and said it's a little. So there was probably just a little break more so than a clean one. But no cast. I mean, you know, no worse from the wear. I've seen him limp a lot more than what he did through the locker room today. But so that's good news. We'll see what happens with that situation. You know, with the injury to Randall Gay, obviously, I think this means that Patrick Robinson, the rookie corner, is going to be up, dressed, and ready to fill in for that spot in passing situations, which is good. I still didn't quite understand, although it was explained to me that, I should say, that Lee Torrance was up against the Niners because of his special teams prowess. And my feeling is that here's your #1 draft pick. He's not on the field because of a guy who's on special teams. And, you know, Lee Torrance had been cut a week earlier to make room for Torrey Humphrey. So, you know, that the suggestion there, the inference may be that, you know, he may not be, the value there right now isn't as great as it would be if, you know, as the season progresses.
Well, it also could be that they weren't overly concerned about the 49ers passing attack and weren't going to have to play a lot of, say, dime situations against the 49ers, and therefore whoever the last defensive back would be would have more value on special teams, which is where Lee Torrance would have the advantage. Now, this week, of course, with the Gay being out, Robinson will be active, but I think he might have been anyway because of the Falcons' passing attack being much more dangerous with Matt Ryan and all the weapons he has. So it may just come down to not a whole lot of respect for the 49ers passing game.
Yeah, I think we just need to point out that Alex Smith was 23 of 32 for 275.
Yeah, maybe there should have been a little bit more respectful.
And also Randall Gay went out of the game late in the first quarter, which then prompted, you know, Lee Torrance being on the field a little bit more. So, you know, it's just those things that you got to look at. But other than that, they pretty much wrapped up their game preps today. They'll have a walkthrough tomorrow, and then check into the hotel tomorrow night, and then get ready for a Falcons game, which is a very critical early divisional showdown between these teams, and I'm really looking forward to it, even as much as the Vikings game on that Thursday night to open the season.
Yeah, it seems like these two teams always play very physical, close, dramatic games that go down to the wire, regardless of the status of the two programs. Right now, it looks like they're the 2 best teams in the division for sure, and maybe 2 of the best in the NFC. So that could enhance it even more. So I would expect it to be a very competitive, hard-fought game that goes down to the wire. And something unusual, we'll actually have a game kicking off at noon on a Sunday.
Yeah, right. Well, stay tuned for any updates on NewOrleans.com. this afternoon and into tomorrow morning. And I just want to tip off our viewers that tomorrow, please pay attention to our vlog tomorrow, because I'm going to introduce a new entity to our vlog every Saturday when possible. So please tune in tomorrow. For Les East, Brian Allee-Walsh from NewOrleans.com. Aloha, everybody.
They're all talking at the same time. Locker room is open tomorrow.